Just a few beautiful blooms from the garden to bring some sunshine into a relatively cloudy day. So we sweat the onions, the garlic, a little bit of hot chili pepper or pepper flakes in 3 tablespoons of butter. And once they sweat and they start to get a little color, a little golden brown, you add the potato and the stalks from the broccoli and 5 cups of water. I added 6 just because I know that I'm going to make more than I actually need. And you simmer that for about 25 minutes until the broccoli stems and the potatoes are soft. We're going to take some of that rustic bread that I made the other day, and we're going to slice that into about 1/2-inch pieces. And those are going to become our cheesy croutons for the broccoli cheddar soup. So we've cooked down the vegetables. We cooked down the broccoli, the potato, the garlic, and the onions. And now we're going to put it through the blender. If your pot is really hot, you want to take the centerpiece off of your blender cover and put a towel over it so it doesn't explode and burn everything and explode through the kitchen. So we're going to puree it, and then when we put it back into the pot, and I don't want you guys to watch paint dry, but we're going to puree it till smooth. If you want to use an immersion blender, you can use that. I don't want you to go get it quickly if you don't need it. But a couple of things: if you have your grandmother's old box grater to grate the cheese, because we're going to need 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. I have this mouli grater that I got. It's a French grater that has an apparatus or an attachment that shreds it, so you can get this consistency. You're going to puree your mixture, and then you're going to add it all back to the pot, because we have additional raw broccoli that we're going to add to it, along with some fresh yogurt. And when it's all done, I'll show you how to make the cheesy croutons. We're taking the bread that we used before, and we're going to cover it with a bit of the cheddar cheese, pop it under the broiler. You'll toast one side first, and then flip it over so the soft side is up, and then put your cheddar cheese on the top of it. And watch your broiler, because every broiler is different, has a different temperature. You don't want to burn it, but pulse it so it doesn't spit up into the blender. Keep that off to the side, and then we're going to put it all back into the pot, and I'll show you how it comes out later. Now with your heat on low, you're going to start to reheat the pureed broccoli soup, and then add in the rest of your broccoli florets, because you're going to want to have some crunchy pieces of broccoli in there. And you're not going to cook this too long, because you only want these guys to become bright green and warm through. And now we'll continue to work on the croutons. So the broccoli has just turned a beautiful bright green, and now we're going to incorporate our cheese into the soup. And you want to start stirring it little by little. And that's about 2 cups of good cheddar cheese. I used Cabot from Vermont because they're a reliable dairy company. The cheese is very, very rich, and they're cruelty-free. So you see we have bits of broccoli in there so that your guests can enjoy a nice bit of crunch. And we have our croutons that we're going to add on top of that. And then if you'd like to serve a garnish with your soup, I think chives, a little bit of chopped dill might be really, really nice, or grated lemon zest would give that a really great zing. And you're going to take the saltiness, the sharpness, and the brightness of the lemon juice or the lemon zest and really create a wonderful excitement on the palate. The toasts are done just perfectly. You could see how beautiful the cheese has melted over. You don't want it too brown. You don't want to give it a burnt taste, but the edges are crunchy, and we're going to cut those into 1-inch cubes, about the size of a tablespoon, so that your guests can enjoy them and not have to put a big chunk of bread in their mouth. So now we're going to serve the soup. And you can see we've got beautiful florets, as well as a delicious soup. And I'm obviously not dining alone, so I'll share another one. And now we want to garnish it with that beautiful baguette that actually it was the boule that we made. And these are the cheesy croutons. And you can see they're bite-sized so that they fit on your spoon. And then we're going to garnish a little bit of fresh whole milk yogurt. And then the love of my life, garden chives. They're the first things that come in the garden in the springtime. And then we made a beautiful vinaigrette for our salad. And a delicious wine from Alcantara. Bon appetit. And as my mother would say, plicas calvas.